Hello and welcome to the Sideline Live podcast. This is the Spotlight Her series, a collaboration with Basketball Ireland as part of their Women in Sport series supported by Sport Ireland. I'm your host, Orla Keeling, and over the next 6 episodes, we'll be diving into the journeys of 6 Irish female basketball players who are carving out their own paths playing college basketball in the United States. From early morning practices, balancing academics, homesickness, and ambition, we'll explore what it really takes to compete at one of the highest levels of basketball. We'll uncover their journey and what it's like representing Ireland on the world stage. One game, one story, and one season at a time. This is Spotlight Her, where we celebrate the athletes, the journey, and the game. Okay, delighted to welcome back Emma Tolan. Emma, I managed to convince you to come on again. How's life in Oklahoma?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ora. It's been great so far. I've been here about 2.5 months now, so settling in well, still getting used to things, but it's been really fun to see what life is like for people here in Oklahoma. Norman is a great city. It's more of a college kind of town. So it's been great to meet everyone and settle in with the team and stuff. So yeah, it's been really fun.
We spoke at the time you were announced your move there, but you still hadn't gotten there. What was it like actually flying there? First of all, doing all the flights you had to do and get to campus.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a quick turnaround. Well, I suppose I had like 2 months since we last spoke, and then before I flew out and stuff, and we had the Euros in between that and all. So it was busy time. But it was fun. It was tough packing up all my stuff. I didn't know what to bring or what to do. But I flew over with my dad, and it was about a 10-hour flight, I think, in total. I got two flights, and then when I arrived here, it was a bit of a shock to the weather because it was still August that time, so it was really hot. But I met all the coaches that evening I got there, so it was really fun to see all them. And then I met the team the next day, which was really, really fun because they're all like jumping and excited to see me and stuff. So I knew straight away that they were all really lovely girls, and I was excited to be part of their team. And then it was just amazing to see all the different facilities that we have. Like it's so different to Ireland, like the courts here, the locker room, the like weight room and stuff. It really is amazing.
Yeah, because I remember we spoke at the time, and you mentioned the Euros. You broke your hand then, I think, after we spoke.
Yeah, yeah, I broke my thumb in the warm-up games in Bulgaria before going to the Euros. So that was a bit of a tough injury to take, like so close to the Euros. But I got surgery and stuff, and then I was still able to travel with the team, which was really fun. That team, they did really, really good, and they're just a fun team to be around. So I was really grateful that I was still able to go and travel. But it was a bit of a tough one to take, especially moving here as well. I was out for a lot of the preseason stuff, so it was tough to catch up and stuff, but I think I'm definitely getting there and I'm all recovered now. So it's been fun to get back to playing basketball.
Yeah, I saw they did a lovely video, as you mentioned, when you arrived. All the girls kind of jumped on you with the broken thumb,
Hmm.
even. And there was a nice video as well, kind of your coach dropping you off to your first day of class. It was actually raining. It was nice and, nice little Irish kind of piece there for you.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the welcome been like? And just even moving into your dorm there, like just settling into the American college life. We see it all in the movies, but we don't get to see it in real life. So what's it like for you?
Hmm. Yeah, no, it's been really great. I moved into my dorm and I'm actually living with one of the other girls on the team. She's from France, so we're kind of experiencing all these different new things together. Because she kind of gets like the differences being from France. It's obviously very different to America. But yeah, it's been great moving into the dorms. We actually live with two other girls who aren't athletes, so it's been interesting to see their kind of college experience and without sports. And then yeah, as you said, going to the first day of school with our coach, it was really funny. Like she made a joke about it being like the Irish weather for us. So yeah, everything's just been really great. Everyone's been really helpful with settling into academics and settling into the basketball, and the people of like Norman have been so welcoming, and just like it's interesting to see all the people that like have Irish connections and like tell me about how they've like these relations in Ireland and how they visited Ireland. So that's been really funny, and I love hearing all them different stories.
How is the Cavan accent settled in?
It's funny because to me, I feel like I don't have a Cavan accent. So then when they say that my accent's strong, I'm like, oh, you should hear like other people from like Cork or Dublin or up north. But they're like, no, like Emma, there's sometimes we can't understand what you're saying. And I'm just so shocked by that because I'm like, I don't have a strong accent, but it's funny. Even like certain words that we say differently. Like the other day I said I was gonna go ring my parents, my roommates was like, you say ring? We mean like they always say call and they just hadn't heard that. Like simple things like that you wouldn't think of. I was like, that's like common enough. But no, I think it's okay. I think they understand me for the most part, thankfully.
Yeah, you don't have a bad accent. Good luck to them if they ever
Mhm.
go like down to Cork. Amy
No,
Duggan
exactly.
said they all love her accent. I said they probably
So,
don't understand you.
yeah. No, exactly.
What's it like being an athlete on college campus? I was introduced to the term non-athletic regular person, NARP. What's it like being like? Do you spot all the athletes with the same backpack and the number on it? You hear things like that.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's exactly it. You always see the athletes with their backpacks on, and a lot of them go around on the scooters as well. So you always see like a football player going past, like zooming by on their scooter. And then we also have a place called Academic Center, which is for like all student athletes who get like academic support there and stuff. So that's where you see a lot of them around, and there's a lot of student athletes in our dorm. So it's fun to get to like interact with other people like and see their other sports. Like I know there's a few golf players on our floor and I've talked to some of them before and it's like interesting to hear about what their schedule is like and how their season's going and stuff. So it's fun to interact with different sports and just like learn more about their lives and their schedule and stuff.
What's it like comparing your schedule to someone that doesn't play sport, like your two roommates? Like, do you kind of realize, oh, we're very full on, or is it just very different college life?
Yeah, I suppose it is very different. Like we have our classes in the morning and then we go straight to the gym and we're there for like pretty much the rest of the day until like about 7 or 8 in the evening by the time we get back and stuff. So like our roommates they have like classes all throughout the day. So they might have a class at like 3 p.m. but like our school is done by like 11 or 12. So it is different. But they're actually very busy as well because the two of them are actually in sorority. So they have a lot of like events and stuff in the evening. So it's cool to hear about what they're like all the different stuff they're doing and it's been fun, like learning about their lives and stuff.
Mm. We were talking before we recorded. You did a year in DCU. How much has that helped you settle into college life? That you did a year in Dublin.
Yeah, no, I think it was really helpful. I think I matured a lot, like socially in all aspects. Like even like introduce like meeting new people. I think I've like really come out of my shell since that year in TCU and then also it kind of prepared me for living away from home. Like I know I was home quite a bit, but I was living on campus last year and I'd come home like every weekend and stuff. So I think that kind of helped me prepare to like move over here and like be away from home. So it was definitely helpful.
Yeah. We were also talking before. They gave you a whoop. I actually have a whoop on as well now. I'm sure my
Hmm.
stats are a lot lower than yours. Um, what's it like? Because a whoop doesn't like that doesn't lie. You can't hide with that on.
Hmm.
Like in terms of the training, the schedule, and how have you found them? Like it's quite a significant level jump in basketball, but also from a performance perspective.
Yeah, no, it's been really interesting because I've never had a whip before. So like seeing all the recovery insights and like your strain and stuff, it kind of just like helps you like realize like if you need to do extra recovery or stuff because you've had a tough day training. And then also like it shows you how much you've trained and like how much of an effort you put in. So it kind of like it helps you mentally like realize how much you're doing or what you need to do to like get your body like right and ready for the next day kind of thing.
Is that the biggest thing you've learned in terms of the performance side of it? Just learning to recover and how to switch off?
Yeah, I think so. I think a main thing as well is I've realized the importance of sleep because like at home I would have like stayed up to like 11 or 12 at night and then just gotten up the next day and stuff. But here like I'm in bed by like 9 or 10 because you do need to get that rest, especially when you're training so much. So I think that the Whoop has actually really helped me like learn that because you can track your sleep as well. And I realized I wasn't getting enough. So and I feel like since I've started to get more sleep, I feel like I have a lot more energy and I'm ready to go the next day.
In terms of the basketball, give us an insight. What's the schedule like Monday to Sunday? Take us through.
Yeah, so we usually start our classes in the morning at like 9, and we finish class by like 11 or 12, and we head straight to the gym. And we usually have about 40 minutes to an hour of weights up in the gym, and then we've team training. It usually like varies throughout the week. Like say if we have a tough day or if we have a lighter like load of a day because we've had a tough week or a tough game or something. So usually we train for about an hour and a half to 3 hours sometimes, depending on our schedules. But the trainings are all really intense and fast paced, so you're moving between drills very like quickly. There's no dilly-dallying around. So we get a lot of stuff done, a lot of different like defenses, offenses. So it's a lot more intense than training I've been used to in Ireland. But it's been good to adjust to it, and yeah, it's been good so far.
What's the level like? Can you give us a comparison? You know, you've played internationally, you've played National League in Ireland. Like, I was even looking at the Instagram page earlier. Like, you've got some serious teammates that are going to play at a high level post college. Give us an insight. Can you compare
Mhm.
it? Is it five better, 5 times quicker? What's it like?
Yeah, I would say the standard is very, very high. A big thing for me is I've noticed it's a lot faster pace. I would say like 5 times faster. Like I'm still getting used to it. Obviously, come back from the injury didn't help, but the pace here, just the ball moves so quickly. Shots are taken more quickly. Did you have to be quicker on defense? But yeah, some of my teammates are really amazing. Like playing with the likes of Aaliyah, she's one of the top prospects coming out of high school, and she's unreal to play with. Like not only is she such a good shooter, but her passing's amazing. And then we have Reagan as well, and she played with the USA team over the summer, and she's unreal inside. Like she gets so many rebounds, she gets so many scores. And then we have Sahara as well, and she actually played in the USA 3x3 team, and I was talking to her one of the first times I came over, and she was saying that they played Ireland, which I thought was so funny because I was like, that's actually mad, the connection that she played against the Irish team. So like all of our team are really amazing, and like not only are they just such good basketball players, but they're also really good people, and like they're great leaders, and they've helped me out a lot since coming over and like learning all the new different things.
But we'll focus back on you. You made your debut. Congratulations. I probably should have opened with that. You made your college debut. What's it like going out, checking into the
Mhm.
game? Talk us through that. When coach gave you the nod, what did you think?
Oh, I was a little bit scared, I can't lie, but I was excited. And we had an exhibition game against Oklahoma Christian University, and that was really fun. It was such a cool experience to see like the Lloyd Noble Center with like all the lights, all the scoreboards on, and a few people there to support us. So it was really fun checking into the game, and I was really excited to get on the court and get playing a game because I haven't played a game in a while, obviously being injured. So it was really exciting and I really enjoyed it. And then we had our first actual game against Belmont, which was also a really cool experience. A lot more people came to that game since it was the season opener, and it was really fun to like interact with all the fans afterwards and stuff. So it was definitely a great experience to get a few minutes and stuff. So I was really happy.
Yeah. Have you had much fan interaction? Like, even like, I'm trying to think, like booster clubs, is that part of the setup as well?
Yeah, we had an event with the fans one day, and we got to like interact with them all and meet a few of them that have been like diehard fans for the last couple of years and have their season tickets. So it's really cool to like interact with them people as they really invest so much time into us and support us like really well. So it's nice to be able to chat to them and see their perspective on the team and stuff. And it is really cool to get to speak to them after games and stuff.
What was it like walking in? They actually did a video reaction to you looking at the like at your locker, the dressing room. First of all, that locker room is amazing. It's absolutely
Yeah.
stunning. But then second of all, to see your name in it, what was that like?
Yeah, that was a really cool experience. Like walking into the locker room there, like it's a big difference to the locker rooms we have at home. So it was really cool. Like it's such a great venue and stuff. And then to see my name up on the board, like that really was a surreal experience. And I was just so grateful and fortunate enough to be there. So yeah, that was really fun.
What's the best advice you've gotten from players, coaches? I know Kieran Quinn is a big mentor. Is there anything since landing on campus and actually getting stuck in playing that's been good advice for you to settle in?
Yeah, as you said, Kieran has been great, and he's helped me out. He's given me lots of different advice coming over, like settling into the basketball and settling into life in America. So, he's been really helpful. And then I think a lot of my teammates have been really supportive on and off the court. Like they've told me just keep being confident, keep shooting the ball when you're open and stuff. So they've given me a lot of good feedback. And then our coaches are really amazing as well. Like there's so many of them, so you're constantly getting feedback through our trainings. Like say you're on for defense, they're like, oh no, adjust your feet this way. So they've been really, really helpful. So a lot of people have given really good advice for sure.
Yeah. Do you get much time to do your own thing, or well, I don't want to add extra work here. Rupe is telling you to recover, but is there kind of an individual focus within the team aspect?
Yeah, so on your days off, you get to kind of chill out and do whatever you want, and just take that time to yourself. And even in the evenings after training, you have a couple of hours just to relax and get a few moments to yourself. But I think our team is very close this year, and we do like hang out a lot together and we spend a lot of time together. So that's been really fun to get to know all the girls as well.
Have you spotted any Cavan or Irish jerseys on campus yet?
I actually haven't, no. There's a lot of people though who tell me about their connections, which is really fun, but I haven't met anyone who's actually like fully from Ireland, but hopefully soon.
And what's it like, being away from home, being away from your family? You mentioned you had gone to school or to college in Dublin, but there's a big difference between being an hour and a half away and being the other side in the United States. What's it like kind of ringing home and even keeping up with some of the basketball here?
Yeah, it's been a big adjustment, not like getting used to not seeing them every day, but obviously FaceTime is like a great thing nowadays. So I literally call them every day. So it's really good to catch up with them and see how they're getting on. You know, the girls are busy with the football and basketball, so it's great to hear about how they're getting on. And I love watching all their games and keeping updated with them, and they're doing so well. So that's been fun to get to see how they're doing.
What's the biggest thing you miss apart from family and friends?
Um, I'd probably say some of the food. Like, I would love a cooked dinner from home. Like, that would be amazing. Obviously, the food is really good here too, and probably also the weather. The first few months I was here, it was so hot that I was like, "Oh my God, I'd love to see just a little bit of rain. Like, that would just be amazing." But yeah, no, it's been great here so far.
Yeah, you never thought you'd say you'd looking forward to some rain.
I know, like, who would have thought?
I saw you went out to an Oklahoma City Thunder game. Have you gone on many kind of going to watch NBA games or even other college teams or anything like that? Even football teams or whatever?
Yeah, so we went to the NBA game against who were they playing? The Pelicans, sorry, the Pelicans. They were playing the Pelicans. So we went to watch that and that was a really cool experience. Just that was my first ever NBA game, so that was cool to see. And then I've also gone to a lot of the American football college games here, which are like they're just an incredible experience. Like everyone on the campus gets out to support them. Like there's huge crowds at them games and the atmosphere is so good. Like it's real American. Like they have all these things going on at halftime and stuff. So it's just really fun to see them games. And I've also gone to some of the volleyball games, which have been fun to see because I've never watched a volleyball game before. So, it's been really fun to go and support the other teams around campus.
It seems that volleyball is very popular. Like they don't seem to have a very high pro league, but in college, particularly women's volleyball is very like high level.
Yeah, for definite. Like the volleyball, I think it's such a great sport as well. Like going to watch it, I was like, wow, like these are proper athletes, like they're amazing. And it's a really fun sport to watch. But yeah, it's definitely very popular here in America.
You haven't found a GA team yet in Norman.
No, not in Norman. I think I was doing a presentation actually for one of my classes and I had to give a speech about something. So I picked Gaelic football to do and I was looking it up and they actually have one in Tulsa, which isn't too far from here. I think it's about an hour and a half or 2 hours away. So I was like, if anyone wants to join, you can head up to Tulsa. Yeah.
Very good. That's good. Maybe in the off season you can head up and do a bit of pre season with them. In terms of the American football game and the kind of the razzmatazz around it, I was chatting with a journalist before, and he had gone tailgating in Florida, I think, for the football games,
Mhm.
and we were saying how cool would it be to have like tailgating on Jones's Road or something. I don't know, before an All Ireland football final. Is there
Yeah.
anything do you think from like a football game that we could bring back to Ireland in terms of basketball or football or Gaelic football from what you've seen?
Yeah, I think the tailgating is a really cool concept because, like, I live just across from the football stadium. So, like, the couple of days before the football game, you see all these big tents outside the football stadium. We're like, what's kind of like, what is going on? And then you realize that it's all for like before the game, and everyone like sits out and like some of them have TVs, they're watching other games, and they're all just like socializing before the game. So, I think that's a really cool thing that they have here. I think the band is something that is really cool for football games because like their music is just so funny and like they have such good chants like all around OU and stuff. So I think that is something really cool. Like everyone knows all the chants. So I think that's something that's really fun that would be funny to see in Crow Park or something.
Next like cup finals in January, just have like a marching band come in half
Yeah.
time or something. I don't know, halftime
Yeah,
show. I don't know. In terms of on court, there'd be people listening, coaches, players that want to know less about the marching band and more about the basketball. What's the style like? Is it very similar or different to what you've played before?
I'd say there's parts of it that are quite similar, like defensive tendencies are kind of similar, like not to try to let people go middle. But offensively it's very, very fast. Like you can take a shot like really quickly into the offense. I think a lot of it is more about making your own reads like off of screens and stuff. I feel like in Ireland we put a lot of focus on like running a play and doing that play the full way through, whereas here you can just like set a screen and make your own read from it straight away. So that's been something that I've been trying to learn more about. I think I've learned a lot from that. But yeah, they're probably the two main differences, the pace of it and then making your own reads as well.
Is there anything that you did in Ireland that stood to you the most and something maybe you wish you had done before you left?
Um, I think like just going shooting by myself has really helped me like in Ireland and stuff. That coming over here, we do a lot of like shooting by yourself and like individual work. So I think that has kind of prepared me to like get in the mindset of like not getting down when you miss a couple of shots and stuff. And then I wish I worked a little bit more on my defense before coming over here because I feel like although my defense was never bad, I think I could just be a little bit sharper and I think I have improved since coming here. So yeah, I think just them two things.
Have you spoken much about your role in terms of even on like, position or even on defensive end? Just what's the conversations been like? Obviously, you're not going to share all the state secrets, but
Mhm.
in terms of people are going to tune in, what can they expect from what you're going to be doing on the court?
Yeah, I think as a freshman, I'm obviously just trying to learn our systems and stuff, and I think on our team, like we have a lot of great people who do a lot of different things. But for me, I'm just trying to play like good team defense and just be solid on the defensive end, and then just knock down shots when I'm open or try and get a score if I'm able to. But just like help out my team as much as I can in any way that I can.
You're listed as 5'11" on the profile. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't want to say it's not, but in terms of the physical matchup, like in the level you're going to be playing at, are like how have you found that in terms of the height and the size of the level you're at now at?
Yeah, there obviously is a lot more taller people here. Like I feel in Ireland, I was playing like a four and sometimes even a five at the Euros and stuff. Obviously I'm a bit of an undersized post in Ireland, anyways. But I feel like people are a lot taller and stronger here. So that has been something that I've been trying to improve. Is just getting physically stronger and being able to like match that kind of physicality on the defensive end.
Yeah. What's it like being at a program like OU? Like it's a very established, very well known, a lot of hype. What's it like being in that? Even all the the awards and accolades coming to your teammates. What's it like being in a big school and playing and being part of the program?
Yeah, I think it's really amazing. Obviously the standard is super, super high and we're gonna come up against some great competition as well. And I just think it's helped me learn a lot about myself as a basketball player and a person. But it's just amazing to be a part of. Like our teammates are all really great people and so are our coaching staff. And even the facilities here, like it's really surreal to be like living here and stuff. So it's been really fun.
We were chatting before we recorded, like you're going to play UCLA on Monday, you're going to play in the Lloyd Noble
Hmm.
Center where the Sacramento Kings play. If I had said to you a year ago you'd be we'd be chatting now and you're, telling me you're off to Sacramento to play UCLA, like I don't know, you probably would have told me like to go away or something.
I know sometimes it is a bit hard to believe, and it's just so funny because, like, for some people here, that's so normal because, of course, they do it every day, and I'm like so shocked by all these experiences. But it's really cool. But yeah, it really is a great opportunity. I'm just so grateful to be here. And it's just been really fun to spend that time with my teammates, and I can't wait so we start traveling to the likes of those games to UCLA, who are obviously an amazing team. And get to see how we match up against them. I think that'll be really interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of matchups, the biggest matchup of the year is against Texas in February. Is the talking started yet? I know you're good friends with Grace Prenter.
No, not yet. Obviously, Grace is a really good friend of mine. We've played together for the last like 4 or 5 years. So it's great to keep up in touch with her, but no trash talking, thank God. We're obviously too good of friends for that. But yeah, that'll be fun to see her. We tried to meet up a couple of times here, but it just didn't work out. Because she's actually not too far away from me. I think it's about 4 or 5 hours. So it would have been fun to see her, but it just didn't work out. But can't wait to see her in the 1st of February. And it's gonna be great.
Emma, you're in your first year over there, but I think you're counted as a sophomore. So if I was to call you, I don't know if you'd do another interview in 3 or 4 years' time, but if I was to ring you then and be like, what do you hope, what have you achieved? What would you love to have said?
I think I would love just to see how far we've gotten each year. Like, I think we do have a really great team, and I think we can do great things and go as far as we possibly can. Towards the end of the season. Obviously, for now, it's just taking it game by game and stuff. But hopefully, we will have done great things by the end of my time here. And hopefully, I just like want to improve as a player and see how much better I can get in this environment and see how well our team can do.
Brilliant. Two more questions from me. Just what's the hype been like at home in Cavan? You know, has it kicked off yet? Did people in Virginia know what you're doing?
I think people are starting to realize since I came over, like I think when I first signed, it was kind of like a bit of a confusing like thing to explain. But since coming over, like everyone's been so supportive from home, and I've gotten so many like good luck texts for my first game and stuff, which was it was felt really good to know that support was still there at home, and it's been really fun to like keep up to date with all the things happening at home. So yeah, I think everyone in Virginia has gotten really behind it, and there's starting like to be more of an interest in basketball in Cavan anyways. So I think it can only just increase that interest in basketball in Virginia for sure.
OU, if they look at their stats, will just see like this little spike in Cavan just coming up, you know, in their views and stuff.
Yeah.
Last question for any younger girl or boy listening that wants to be in your position someday, what advice would you give them?
I would say just be confident in yourself. Like Irish people are more than capable of coming over here and doing as well as they can. So just keep practicing and just set goals for yourself. Try and make Irish teams, and then from that, like who knows what can happen. Like you get good exposure and you can come over here, and already seen so many Irish players come over here the last couple of years. So just yeah, keep being confident and keep practicing.
Brilliant. Well, Emma, thanks for your time. I look forward to ringing you in about 3 years. Hopefully you pick up the phone and best of luck with the season.
Thanks for having me, Ola.